So yeah, what's going on? So my message this evening for y'all is called Big Guy. Big Guy. Please listen to this very careful because it's very deep. So the title is Big Guy. So at work today, um, I'm just putting it, making it short. So a temp service came through. Um, just working. Try to know how to work the equipment, get everything done, get all the information and the knowledge, how to do this and do that, the routine. You know, I say a couple of weeks later when he got used to the routine, how everything works, all the information, the ins and outs and the numbers and words and the calculation and what to do and what not to do. The once he got that feel packed, then he start, the next thing he trying to learn is people. So when he was learning about people, just certain things he won't tamper with, or certain things he just, tamper and testing and just, speak to people and see how far they're gonna go with it. So, one day, me personally, I just don't, I just come there, go to work and go home. Everything else is secondary. So, we saw each other, he speak, I speak. We just leave it like that. It's just like that every day. So one day he just something bothered him. He just came to me. I was on lunch break. He just came to me and just speak what's on his mind. So as I'm listening to him and I put everything together, I was like, man, don't pay no attention. I was encouraged. I said the reason that's going on is something about you that is a threat to that person, and all they're trying to do to distract you, trying to get you to quit your job or trying to get you to do something to get you fired. So I said either or, don't pay that no attention. I said long CC like whatever he doing and he see how you react to him. What if it works for him, he gonna keep doing it till you break. So I said be the opposite. Be the opposite and break him. I said what I mean by breaking him, I said do whatever it takes to keep him silent. When he's silent to you, that's when you break. It's just like a wasp. Um, you go on the balcony and you see a wasp, a lot of nests. A wasp. You see a lot of wasps in one nest, and all you got to do is take that gas and throw that gas on that all the bunch of wasp nests. When you spray that gas or throw that gas on a wasp nest, all them wasps on that nest is absolutely dead on the spot. So when you take one wasp down, all the other wasps gonna fall too. So I was saying just be the opposite. And when they see what you doing to that guy or your examples doing to that guy, their examples gonna come out the same results with that guy. Just be yourself. That's all. I was like, don't I said it's easier said than done. So I was just encouraging pretty much. So a couple of days later, he saw what I was telling him, and I was like, it's not me, it's just the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You know, Actions speak for itself. So as we were talking, we were just talking and laughing and joking. I break down examples. I'd be like, man, don't pay these guys no attention. I said, the problem is they take what's between the legs, which is their bells, and blow it like a balloons to put on their chest. That's how guys are today. They just take what's between their legs, which is the bells, blow it up like a balloons, and put it on their chest like women. That's how they act. So we just start laughing and carry on. Because I said, you pay attention. Some wear high heels, and some just wearing Pampers. I'm just saying. So we just laughing and carrying on and everything. So lunchtime. The brother bought me lunch, and a couple of days I buy him lunch. And that one particular day, he came in there. He said, "What's up, big guy? How you doing, big guy?" He just called me big guy. I was, I call him Definition. I said, what's going on, Definition? So we just like that every day. And then, last week, he said in front of the people, everybody was just looking at him like, you know, big, like he ain't big. He don't that see he just got a big head with glasses. So he said that every day, you know, called me big guy, call him Definition. So, one day I was on lunch break, him at lunch. He said, what up? What up, my big guy? I said, what up, Definition? People looking at him funny. He was like, what? What you mean? What? I tell him, I said, what's understood don't need to be explained. And I said, if you don't know that, if you do not know what it means, that it means it really wasn't meant for you to know. One guy, he's like, oh, say no more. Some people just look confused and upset. One guy, he came out say something silly, and I was like, yeah, that's, I was like, man, don't pay that on attention. I said, he just mad because he really want to know. And I told the guy, I said, even if you know, you still ain't gonna know because you're not gonna be satisfied regardless, no matter what. So, a couple of days we just calling each other the same thing. And then one day, he was like, man, what up, big guy? I said, what up, Definition? He was like, man, I'm just, going through some times and everything. But he said, big guy know best. I said, that's right. Same thing, Definition know best. He said, that's right. Big guy, Definition did the same. I said, that's right. I said, since you say what you said, take heed upon it and put it in action, and he'll take care of the rest. Lunch break. Came there, come in there and just got me a cup of cold water, ice cold water. I got my phone and my paper notebook. He said, man, what you about to get into, big guy? I said, not the same routine, getting the same medicine ingredients of his recipe. So that same guy who's acting silly got upset. He was like, man, I don't understand. You call that man big guy, that man don't lift weights or nothing. He said, yeah, he may look like that. He said, you don't lift weights or none of that. He said, I don't understand what's going on. He said, I know it's not my business. But, he said, y'all calling each other, it's not my business. And yes, I'm trespassing what y'all saying. He said, I don't know. Why you call that man big guy? I don't understand. So the brother, he said, listen. One, he said, I was not talking to you. Two, you trespassing. And three, he said, you come and ask the question, really, it bother you so much? He said, I wasn't even talking to you. But he said, but since you want to know, I'm going to tell you this. He said, when I'm calling Lamont big guy, I'm not talking to Lamont. So the dude really looked confused. He looked like somebody just, like you saw anybody in the bus wearing a helmet, pretty much. He looked confused. He said, you are talking to Lamont. He said, no, I'm not talking to Lamont. I'm not talking to Lamont at all. When I call him big guy, I'm not talking to him. Dude was like, I give up. He said, man, every time you see Lamont, you always call him big guy. He said, this is what I mean. He said, what you just said, that mean it wasn't for you. That mean it wasn't meant for you. Since you don't understand, that means it's none of your business. That mean it wasn't for you. But he said, I'm going to say it plain and simple. He said, if you don't understand this, that means really it was not for you. He said, I'm going to tell you like this. When I say big guy to Lamont, I'm not talking about Lamont. I'm talking about the big guy that is inside Lamont. And the reason why I'm talking to the big guy inside Lamont, any situation anybody goes through at the job, or when I'm speaking to the brother, or how the way he acts and he speaks and the way he dresses, it's not Lamont that is doing that. It's the big guy that magnify and glorify and expression through Lamont. That's who I'm talking about. That's the big guy talking about. He said, what you need to do is, since you want to know about this, if you really want to know about the big guy, you need to go to a church. You need to pray and ask God to go to the church, to let him lead you to the church. And when you give your life to Christ, then you'll find out who the big guys, and you see what he does to Lamont life. Then you understand then you know why I call Lamont big guy. It's not Lamont. It's what's inside of Lamont's heart. That's the big guy I'm talking to.